Hey friendos, it's Ritz and welcome back to TMI Tuesday. This is our final episode of TMI Tuesday. And let me explain. TMI Tuesday will be coming back in a new way, with a new name and a new date. And it'll be some of the best parts of TMI Tuesday and a lot of the not good stuff cut out. But we gotta kind of rebrand it a bit. I mean, the original TMI Tuesday was me just explaining things about like roommate horror stories, or like my first year of college, or what was another one? Like worst Christmas gifts. Part-time jobs. It was just like me explaining a thing that I was me oversharing. And then it kind of transformed into this Q&A thing and like mail time. And so I've been thinking about some new and interesting ways that I can make it better. And I feel like the fact that it's been called TMI Tuesday for all of this time, it's really not the same show that it was originally. And I think it's time to kind of rebrand it a little bit. So a lot of the fine details are still being worked out for the new show, but expect it to be on Sundays instead of Tuesdays. It'll be probably the first video on Sundays, I would assume, would be my 8 a.m. upload on Sunday. And I'm still going to be accepting mail. I'm actually going to be accepting postcards kind of more often. Postcards are going to be my ideal one, because anyone can go out and buy a postcard for like $2 and send it to me. And so there's some ideas about like a big map and stuff that we like put postcards on to like show where people have sent stuff in from, and that would be like part of the set. So these are the things that I've been working on. So the new show is also going to feature the upload schedule for the rest of the week, so you guys get a first look into what kind of content's coming out when, so you guys can expect stuff, and also so just, you know, sometimes people miss videos, but if they come to this new show, they'll always know what videos are coming out throughout the week. And then if they miss one, obviously they know, like, hey, I missed that extra Golf It video. And then they can check the channel and find out if something happened to it or whatever. Just you know, a easier way to share what's going on the channel. So today, obviously, we posted the TMI Tuesday, which is this. And then in 6 hours from now, we'll have the Uno called Minx Please. That's all you need to know about that. Minx makes me hurt inside my heart place a little bit. Slight spoilers. On Wednesday, we've got Dumb Doggos, Don't Starve Together episode 3 coming out. As well as Golf at Homefirth Homes, another custom map that we found that was super fun to play through. On Thursday, we've got CSGO Adventure Map Rage with Minx. We're doing stages 3 and 4 together because it's just how it kind of ended up in terms of us not having to replay the whole thing and getting stuck a lot. So expect a couple more like conjoined episodes like that. And then we have Uno the Tiebreaker. That's all you need to know about that one. That's a video that's coming out later that day. Friday, we've got the Return of Cards Against Humanity. That first episode is called Tumblr's Gender. So that's all you really need to know about that episode. It's a good time. And then the final video for Friday will be Golf It, Waldorf Dollar Card, another random map. It was actually pretty good. It was just really hard to find because the names were different. So that's been fixed. And then on Saturday, we've got Don't Starve Together, That's Bad. That's episode 4. And we're still trying to finalize getting extra Uno done ahead of time, so I don't really have a title. Assume it will be Uno unless we don't get Uno recorded before I have to go on my trip, in which case it'll be something else, but we're going to try our best and see what happens. So hopefully that'll give you guys an idea on what videos are coming out when. Ideally, I would like to do a thing where I have each day go like here, and it's got like the name, and then the videos will pop up here, and then like the thumbnails, so you can see which one is like the 8 a.m. or the 10 and the 2 p.m. video. And if you guys have recommendations for easier or better ways to go through and show you guys the videos for the week when I bring back the whole TMI Tuesday thing as whatever it's going to be in the future, then let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to be taking a real critical look at any constructive criticism for better ways to format the show that feel better for you guys. Before we jump into some questions, we're still going to be accepting questions. I think I'm only going to do like 5 or 10 an episode, and maybe I'll like see about which ones are more interesting or have better stories or something. Some of the questions are kind of redundant that have been asked in all of the other TMI Tuesday videos. So we're going to kind of go through and try to make it a more cohesive show. That's like 10 to 15 minutes a week on Sundays. And make sure you guys, if you do want questions asked, you have a better chance of going in and getting them asked if you send me a postcard. Because ideally I want to be able to have a wall that has like a map, and like this is from Colorado, and so it would go up near the state of Colorado on a big US map, and then maybe if we get people from out of other countries, we could do a world map. Also, like, these are usually like $2, so $2 to send a thing that's like going to be building the set. That fell, and that's okay. Don't worry about it. Alright, without further ado, let's jump into some questions. Raggles wants to know, have I ever dated a girl? I'm aware you're gay. Yes, I went on a couple of dates, technically. The main one happened when I was in 8th grade, and this relatively attractive girl asked me out to go to prom. Not like prom, but like their dance, 8th grade dance was a thing. I was her date for that, and that was alright. but then she had a friend that I met at that dance that asked me out so that she could ask me out for her friend that I was already on the date for the dance with. Basically, both of them thought the other one wanted to date me more than the other one, and they were both trying to be super nice and hand me off to the other one, and it just didn't work. And they basically asked me to choose, and TLDR, I realized that like I had no attraction to them. I was just doing it because I thought that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go on dates with girls, and that's kind of when I started to realize I was gay. So yeah, I have been on dates with girls, just I haven't like dated a girl because I realized I don't have those feelings for them that I do for dudes. It's so different, oh man. Nikki wants to know if I have any fears or phobias outside of games and anxiety-related situations. If so, how do I cope with them when I'm stuck in a situation like that? I have talked about having like agoraphobia before and anxiety and depression. I've definitely dealt with that for years. But in terms of just like general fears, I've gotten through most of them. I like to push myself and make myself uncomfortable because the sooner you put yourself and confront your fears, it's literally called facing your fears for a reason. You face them until it's no longer a fear. Obviously for like phobias, it's a bit different. There are like therapies you can do for like people afraid of spiders to be like okay with some spiders. But for me, it was a lot of just putting myself out there and making myself uncomfortable until I adapted and learned how to be comfortable in situations that are generally uncomfortable. Like I hate crowds, but going to gaming convention, I'm totally fine. I have no issues. If I'm going to like an esports thing, I would freak the fuck out because I wouldn't be as comfortable as I am at like RTX or PAX or something like that. So you just gotta kind of figure out what are the smallest first steps you can take to confront the issues that you have, and look online and see what other people have said that has helped them get through it, and just do it. Even if it seems scary, just see if you can find a friend who will be there for you, that if you freak out, they're not gonna judge you, and they're there for you. That is one of the easiest things it is to do. I used to hate singing in front of people until I found one of my friends, one of my best friends, Quinn, I sang him a song I'd been writing, and I was like, it's shitty, whatever. He's like, I don't fucking care, dude, you're my best friend. Like, I'm not gonna fucking judge you for these things. Like, it's just something about you. And that's when I was a shitty singer, and I still am a subpar singer, but I've gotten better. And now I'm not as afraid to sing in front of people, which is kind of cool. So some of the stage fright, I guess you could say, was one that I dealt with. And it was just finding someone that let me sing in front of them without judging me. And now I sing on stream all the time, so. Yeah. Roxy K wants to know if I've ever painted my nails, and I have actually. Only once. It was during TwitchCon the first year, so TwitchCon 2015. It was when I was going through my punk phase, so I had this like green denim jacket. You can find the photo on my Instagram. Z helped take it. I have this green denim jacket. I had black finger paint, and teal, I think, on like either my middle finger or my ring fingers. I just thought it'd be fun to try giving that whole punk thing a go. And then I realized how much I did not like having my nails painted. I was like, no, it's not for me. I don't see myself doing it again, unless I decide to try another punk phase and kind of embrace it more or something. I don't really know. And Anto Hassan wants to know if I play anything online with viewers on PlayStation. No, I only really play games that are on PC when we do Friendo Fridays and stuff like that, especially once we relaunch the Twitch stream when I'm in the new place and have internet that I can stream again. We'll be doing most of the games through that. But we do play games like Jackbox games, which anyone can use as long as you have a phone or access to a web browser. You don't need to own anything, you just have to go to jackbox.tv and then you enter in a room code and then your name, and then you can play the games while also watching the stream and stuff like that. So that's the easiest way to play games with me as of now. If things continue to grow and like we have some other games that are popular or something like that, maybe we'll look into it. But it's usually easier just to stick to PC because that's what the majority of people have, and games like Golf It that you can get 12 people into the game at once and everyone can play games together and that's fun. So hopefully, you know, not PlayStation unfortunately, but we do have other options, especially like Jackbox for people who don't have a PC that can play games. Acan2723 wants to know if I could have an ability of a mythical creature, what would I choose? Like fire breathing, healing, resurrection, etc. I'm gonna take the magical creature, the Pegasus, and I can fucking fly. Because my answer is always flying if I could have any power. But I guess if I couldn't have flying, because like that's kind of just a generic trait that some people could have, that is more like a mythical one. I think the resurrection could be cool, like a phoenix, just to fuck with people. So like I die, say I die. I want to do it so it's like a phoenix, so like you stay dead for a while and then all of a sudden you burst into flames and are reborn. I think that'd be so cool to be like at a funeral and it's just me in a casket like this, like, you know, the generic thing, although I probably would want to be cremated, but anyways. And then all of a sudden I burst into flames. And then I would want somebody who's in on the joke to tell everyone that, you see, he's a flaming homosexual. And then after they say that, I'm reborn. But hopefully I'm reborn, like, kind of the same age and not as a kid again. Unless I get to keep all my memories, in which case maybe it'd be okay. Because then I just get really good at reliving through life. Ash Passive wants to know what really interests me when I'm looking for games, like the story behind it, graphics, mechanics, etc. Generally, it's going to be the genre is what I look at first. You know, if I see a game that's like a MOBA or a card game or, God, what's another genre? A sports game. I'm probably not going to play it. I'm probably going to write it off because it's going to be like, it's not for me. If somebody then tells me like, holy shit, this game's awesome, like Rocket League people were telling me about, like, oh my god, it's a super cool game. Wasn't super into it. I played it for a bit. It was enjoyable, but it's not something that I would want to put the time in to be really good at. So nowadays when I look for games, it's got to just be, I don't know, something a little bit different than what I've been playing a lot of. Like games I'm excited for is like Friday the 13th coming out. It's probably one of the cleanest games in that genre that I really want to play. There's some really weird noise outside I hope you guys can't hear. But, you know, I'm also looking forward to like the South Park game that got delayed again. The South Park game that came out, was it 2014 now? Maybe 2015? That was my favorite game for that year. It was a phenomenal game. It was everything I wanted in a game. It was new and unique. But it had some like homages to older games that it was pretty funny. So, you know, some conglomeration of those things is kind of what I look at for games. Hopefully that answered your question. It probably didn't. Hinamara wants to know some of my favorite sweet treats. Ice cream. Ice cream and the cinnamon roll Oreo were my favorite sweet treats. But now that I'm doing this whole dieting thing and losing weight and trying to get healthy, I'm only limiting myself to that like once every 2 weeks. It's really hard, but the results have been good, so like, I don't know. But yeah, I like junk food. It's really easy. I wish I just wasn't so hungry all the time. That'd make life so much easier for me, to be honest. And our final question of our final TMI Tuesday comes from Aerospace Smith, and they want to know, is there anything in particular I collect? Memorabilia, figurines, movies, etc. I collect a lot of things. Soon I'm going to be collecting postcards, so make sure you guys send me your postcards in the link in the description. They'll have an address, and you guys could like ask your parents and be like, hey, can I send a postcard to someone? They're going to be like, you want to send mail? Oh my god, that's awesome. And then you do it, and then it'll show up, and then I can show it on the thing. Anyways, other things I collect vinyl. I had a record player. It was real not good, so I'm looking at trying to buy a more expensive one, but I'm saving up for it, especially because the move stuff's happening, so that'll be down the line. I collect Xbox 360 games. I will want to collect PS2 games. I used to collect CDs, but now I collect the vinyls versions of the albums that I like, because most of the bands that I listen to make vinyl versions of their albums, and it's a way that you can help give back to the artist a little bit, and you have like a kind of a cooler collection. CDs, nobody really wants to look at CDs. They're kind of just generic. At least vinyl, sometimes you have cool designs and stuff. So I do that. I have my Xbox 360 games, my PS2 games. I used to collect shoes when I worked at Vans. I had like 40 pairs of shoes. I got rid of most of them before I moved. But like, I don't know if I've showed these on camera in a long time. This is my big ass shoe. It's a big ass shoe. So, you know, like, I don't quite understand sneakerheads, but I would buy all the cool Vans that are like, those have samurai on them. Those ones have Sid's toys from Toy Story on them. I have both of those, and they're both sitting right over there. So yeah, I don't know. I like collecting some figurines as well. Dark Souls, I have a Dark Souls statue, a bunch of Halo statues, and like, usually the collector's editions of games that I really like. I like to get the special editions because I think they're kind of cool. And, you know, down the road, if, you know, I can have like a cool setup for all of them, that's the goal. The new place, I'd like to do some stuff like that. Anyways, friendos, I hope you enjoyed the final episode of our final TMI Tuesday. Please leave your guys' questions for the future show or suggestions for names or something in the comments down below. Especially give me ideas on the best way to format, show you guys the schedule for the week, and other things that you think could make this show more fun and interactive and those sorts of things. I also have a new outro that's gonna be playing out here in a second. You can check that out and maybe you'll like it. I don't know. I shot it this morning and put it together, and I think it looks cool, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. But as always, friends, my name is Ritz, and I'll see you all in the next video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. We've got merch available now. Check it out in the link in that area. pretty cool. We've also got my most recent video. I post 2 videos a day, so keep an eye out for that. And then the bottom video is one YouTube thinks you'll like. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't.